How does organizational sales culture affect revenue correlation? You probably know there is a direct correlation between an organization's sales culture and revenue generation. The organization culture is often the unspoken language and behavior that drives decisions, actions, activity, and daily operations with customers, peers, partners, and shareholders. It's a matter of personal integrity, ethics, and respect of company morality, guidelines, and reputation. It's what people choose to do when no one is watching them closely. Salespeople, for example, require the right toolset and resources to create results, but results can be designed both right and wrong. Under extreme pressure, people will recourse to do bad things to realize the desired outcome, but that should never be the case. When senior executives value sales culture flourish, morale goes up, and team cohesiveness synergy increases revenue. Sales culture is built from the top down, not the bottom up. But we should agree that while the CEO can impact the overall trajectory of the culture and safeguard its health, line managers are the proper guardian of its implementation, as they are closer to people and can ensure that everyone operates according to its written and unwritten guidelines. For example, when a CEO who is pro-sales drives the whole organization towards the goal with the assistance of his line managers, positive results often manifest very quickly. Sales culture requires the company's leaders to sell consistently and deliberately the vision of what the company is trying to accomplish and empower all managers to drive it across the organization. The leaders must ensure that they provide the right resources to all to ensure creativity and conformity of what's expected to achieve results, as well as how to maintain and expand the right practices to ensure total clarity on the activity and action required to create repetitive success. Leaders need to celebrate wins and study defeats and coach the short-term and long-term benefits on why the whole organization needs to work and adopt the power of one. Goals and path of winning need to be identified, obstacles need to be cleared, and issues need to be addressed. For a vision to work, everyone should understand the why behind it. No one should be allowed to sabotage the sales culture. Everyone should understand that the survival of the organization depends on revenue creation, brand perception, and client relationship. Hence, the goal of the organization should be improving employees' lives, clients' lives, and shareholder gain in this order. Finally, a sales culture should be built on rewarding the right behaviors and achievements. They both matter. Often, we reward achievement while ignoring behaviors, yet behaviors matter as much as achievements because of the essence of a healthy sales culture. The success and longevity of sales culture depends on the leader's teaching style, level of engagement, the strength of belief, and mental indoctrination of organization leader. Even large organizations require that the CEO teach the people they work with to become leader believers on their mission. It takes enormous effort to create a leader cult within the organization. The benefit is that these newly educated leaders will spread this cultural belief throughout the organization DNA. Over time, it will change the mental wiring of the organization and how employees communicate with one another. Just like the military, the belief is set at the very top, and there is an unwavering understanding that the fundamental assumption is the norm. There is no deviation to the rule. That rigidity becomes the culture. One may have their set of beliefs, and that is fine, but you cannot change the core belief of the military regardless of your rank. These guidelines have been set for many generations, yet while they evolve, the core stays the same. Sales culture require leaders' empathy and strength of mind. The sales culture generally starts at the very top, often the CEO level. Whether it's a success depends on how much corporate capital the CEO is willing to put in the process. The CEO has the power to align people and bring them together around a joint mission and standard set of values, and then empower these leaders to lead. The larger the organization, the more crucial to align everyone behind the company's sales culture. The CEO must ensure that the sales culture is globally the same with no deviations. Allowing deviations will erode the sales culture and will start allowing an exception to be made, which in the long run will corrupt the sales culture. Having a strong sales culture will enable other departments to work in sync to create revenue, improve innovation, and serve its customers, employees, and shareholders well. Sales culture is like a good reputation. It takes time to build, but is easy to destroy. The CEO must keep their belief, value, and passion in the process of developing their sales culture leadership, and they cannot go off track or lose sight of its vitality. I witnessed a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, who spent his entire life in finance, coming on stage and start lecturing many lifelong sales professionals on how to sell. He went on showing off his capability, how easy he believes selling is, and how he cannot understand that these alleged professional salespeople cannot sell better, faster, and at higher margins. He honestly thought he knew it all. These same professionals were listening and thinking how ignorant he was, how little experience he had. Being a financial banker doesn't mean that you're a great salesperson. No wonder the same CEO had high turnover, low morale, low conversion rates, huge customer dissatisfaction, and high leadership attrition. The CEO must wear many hats to maintain the organization's prosperity. However, the most important job is to strengthen revenue, while creating a better future for everyone. Sales culture is a total experience that defines the organization and ensures its existence through harmony. Failure to realize that sales culture is critical will doom the future of any sales organization. One. Leaders drive vision and behavior changes. Sales culture is fundamentally built from the top down, not the bottom up. 2. A sales culture that is not driven daily inside every employee mind as a way of life and evolution path will fizzle and die. 3. Deliberate effort is required by the leadership to ensure adherence to the company's sales culture, and no deviation or shortcuts should be tolerated. 4. Strong sales culture brings people together to accomplish a worthy purpose everyone believes in. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and comment. It means a lot to us. Thank you for your support.